Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. So first of all, I'd like to talk about what Solana is doing currently, where it is. Then I would like to cover off one question that I had in the comments about the wave count for Solana here. So overall, where is Solana? Solana has hardly moved here in the last few days. Yeah, Solana again back in the target area here in green that we defined back in November. So we are below the 61.8% Fibonacci level. Yeah, that is here at $100 precisely. That is the 61.8% level of that larger wave one. In my view, we are still here in a wave two. We haven't completed that yet. We have an ABC correction here. And in my view, we are still here overall in that C wave. Haven't completed that second wave yet. You could argue that we have done it already, but I'll get to that in a minute. Overall, we have been holding here the crucial support level here highlighted in red. We are in this descending wedge as I showed you in the previous video, and we are currently trying to break out of the descending wedge, which essentially is a bullish pattern. But let me show you, maybe I didn't do it too accurately because there's two different ways of drawing it. But here in this way, I think it's looking like we are currently breaking out, but struggling again with the 61.8% Fibonacci level. So this is something here to be aware of that wedge, yeah. And we're currently trying to break out, but what we really want here for Solana, and that is the problem, you need to go at least above $100, and then you've got straight away the next major resistance here around $105, $106. Then you've got the next swing high at 111, and only then you can get to 122. So there's a little bit of a way to go here for Solana before we can actually talk about sustainable increasing prices. Yeah, so the question was around why I believe we are still here in a C wave or a wave two. The reason for that is just, of course, you could argue that we have already started to move up here, but if we did that, then you would have to count it in a way that this here was the low, yes, at $75. This was the wave one, this was the wave two, this was the wave three. This here would have to be the wave four, and then we would need to go in a wave five up. Possible with using all sorts of exceptions that there are, because this here goes to $95. We've already cut into the $95 range with that wave four. Still possible, you could do it in some sort of an extended, expanding, ascending wedge pattern, which would then count as some sort of a diagonal, but this is extremely rare. So the summary here is that what you saw here, 1, 2, 3, this was not a 5-wave move. So it was only a 3-wave move, meaning that what is coming down here would have had to be the wave 4 and the wave 5 still to come. So this was not a completion of an impulse. It just wasn't, okay? And based on that, this cannot be, because Dan, I think it was Dan asked, couldn't this here have been the 5-wave move? Yeah, here where I have the 3 currently, couldn't that have been here something like that? But you just don't get there with the extensions and retracements and everything. So even if we count it like that, even if that was an impulse here, yeah, you would have to count this here as an ABC. And yes, you know, if we draw the Fibonacci levels, that would not be a problem. Based on that, Fibonacci wise, we would have come down now to the 78.6% Fib level roughly, yeah. Hold support, ideal level, and then we could start moving, because this would then count as a wave 1, this would count as a wave 2, and we could now keep going as a wave 3. The problem with that is that it came down very, very strongly, yeah. So we moved up, we came down basically too strong, too fast, and we came down very impulsively, which again shows me that this here was not an impulse, that probably we only had, no, that this was not an impulse, yeah. And we came down a lot fast. We didn't hold the 61.8 Fib level here. We don't see any sort of movement. And then realistically as well, do we really think that Solana will start going without Bitcoin having completed its correction? I don't think so. For me, the ideal target for Solana here is still the $55 level. Even though from all cryptos that I cover, Solana probably looks like one of the most bullish ones, the strongest ones, which is holding currently stronger than many other altcoins. And over the last few days, I'm really getting concerned about some of the altcoins I cover. one of them being also Harmony One, for example, one of them being XRP, one of them being Blocktopia, Filecoin is one. Yeah, I get a bit concerned about them. I just do, because we are getting close to levels where if you get below them and you hold below certain levels, I mean, wow, that can, we're gonna struggle with some of these altcoins, I think. Yeah, especially if Bitcoin does another major move down. Yeah, we just have to acknowledge that. So that will be a bit of a problem going forward. So, but I will cover that in the individual videos. Solana, I don't see concern. I think we still have a lot of space to move down. We could even reach a $30 level without me getting a major concern, and that would be quite a bit of a drop from here. Yeah, I think a short-term upside, as I always say, is always possible, but as long as Solana stays below 122, but even more important, actually $158, I don't see really that sustainable uptrend starting. It just isn't. It can, yeah, there is but I would only give it a 25% probability, honestly. And to cover myself for that, I am dollar cost averaging in line with my own buy orders that I publish on Discord for channel members. But I am also of the view that, or I know that I do expect much lower prices still for Solana. And because it is a solid project, at least from my point of view, I'm happy to hold through any kind of further dip, as long as it might take, yeah. Because I do constantly add to my portfolio of Solana. That's just my strategy. Another strategy might be just to wait until we have seen the dip and then wait for a confirmed uptrend. That is the other strategy, and only then start to go in. From my point of view, it's more like the longer term view, where I also stake Solana in the meantime, yeah, because it gives me passive income, doesn't it? But I will talk about staking more in more videos. You know, I intend to do a series maybe on staking, but that is a few weeks or months away anyway. So, however, that is currently why I think that Solana has not seen the low yet, in line with my expectation for all cryptos that we haven't seen the low. And some cryptos which are already now at very, very low levels, I'm getting concerned about. That is just how it is. Okay, and that's my view about Solana. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership, where you can get access to the Telegram live chat group, the Discord server, and a weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.